Howdy, hey folks, this is Jesse from Team SodaKan, and today we're doing something a little different. We're actually doing a small discussion video. BT7 is going to be around the corner. You know, Nationals is this weekend, starting tomorrow actually, this Saturday the 5th, and a month from now we are going to be getting BT7, and the meta is going to be changing. So Alex brought up the idea that we each are going to showcase a deck that will be updating with BT7, and what I'm going to be showcasing in this video, and then Alex will be showcasing in a different video. Yeah. So this video is, me. And what I'm going to be updating is my Shine Greymon list. Now, we've had the deck profile on the channel before, but for those of you who don't remember, it's just it is what you see here. I'm going to be going ahead and using digimoncard.dev to showcase this, just to be nice and quick about it. So it's Shine Greymon. It wants a lot of tamers. What do we happen to be getting with BT7 with the release of this grand all set here? What's it all based around of? It's based around hybrid, and what is super strong is yellow hybrid. So Shine Greymon is going to become yellow hybrid in the BT7 format for me. And this looks a whole lot different. I just went ahead and created the deck list that I will personally be trying. I used the Japanese meta as a bit of inspiration for how to run it. Yeah, so, obviously this is Shine Greymon. It does what Shine Greymon does. We have our Tamer Searcher, we have our drawing, our jamming, 2-drops, gaining the memory when dropping stuff, when killing stuff by DP reduction. Inheritables, blockers, all the good stuff, our things that cheat out our tamers, our turbo, our recovery, more recovery with searching and fueling that trash. Shine Greymon, our main DP reduction. Boulder Arm, another piece of DP reduction with some memory gain if it's removed. Reinforcing Memory Boost is just an overall good card, and having the extra space it's all right. Wyvern's Breath, it does its thing. Searching out with Memory Boost, and then of course going through that security with TK, gaining all that memory with TK and Kyrie, and then just choking with an additional TK. That's 2 cost. I'm not going to go super in depth with the Shine list. It's already been featured. But Yellow Hybrid. It's Yellow Hybrid. I don't know what else to say. We run the 4 babies. We're only running the Upamons because we're only running 5 level 3s that can actually evolve for Yellow Hybrid. And in reality, the only one that will ever actually probably be evolving is the Bushiagumon. Because Patamon, we want to search out our tamers. The Bokomon will do the exact same as the Patamon, but better, because it will search out our Kazemon and our Sephirmon. The Rise Greymon will still see play because it just cheats out our tamers, and these are the tamers that we're going to be running. We're going to run 14 tamers. The list that I primarily took my inspiration from did run 16, but I wanted just a couple more, it was a little lighter on the rookies even, and I just wanted a couple more, and I also want a couple more for the options. I think it also ran 1 Susanomon, and I'm going to be trying to run one more than that, running it at 2. So for anybody that is unfamiliar with BT7, let's just go over the new cards that are going to be featured in this deck list. We have the Bokomon. It's an on-play, reveal 5 from the top of your deck. Add 1 card with hybrid or 10 warriors in its type, and a tamer. place the rest on the bottom, and then it has a once per turn during your turn. When your tamer digivolves, you gain 2 memory. So that it essentially just makes evolving it to like your Kazemon or your Zephyrmon free, because Kazemon, it's the yellow hybrid. It's the Lobomon for the deck, but Kazemon is it has a skill on its own that is specifies that it can evolve onto a tamer for a 2 cost, and then it has a when digivolving. If it has if a card with hybrid is in its traits, or a Zoe is in this card's evolution sources, all of your security Digimon get plus 3k until the end of your opponent's next turn, which it just buffs this TK here essentially and can make it super scary for your opponent to swing in, because the lowest that we run in the deck is 2k. With that alone is a 5k Digimon out of security that will kill a lot of like champions even. And then if you have any of the 2-drop TK, that's a 7k Patamon out of security. Rise Greymon, this is from BT2. We all know what this does by now. When digivolving, play a yellow tamer from your hand without paying its cost. No on-play effects go off. Jet Sylphimon is what I feel makes this deck super powerful. You can essentially evolve this for 1 majority of the time. All you need is to evolve it onto a Digimon that has a tamer in its sources, which is very easy with this deck. And then when digivolving, if there's a hybrid in its sources, you do recovery, which is nice, real nice, real nice. Of course, we're going to be playing 4 Shine because we're playing 14 Tamers. That's a lot of damage if you get that Shine off, and that blows up any board almost. And then 1 Dynasmon, just as a little extra thing. Search out what we need, and also get more recovery if need be. Susanomon. This is pretty easy to cheat out. It has its own like Digivolution stipulation of placing 10 cards that are tamers or Digimon with hybrid in their form from your hand or trash to the bottom of your deck in any order, and then you evolve this onto your tamer as if it's a level 6 Digimon. It has security attack plus 2 on its own. It is 15k, only 7 to evolve. Now that's a lot. It can evolve onto any color though. And when it digivolves, you just delete one of your opponent's Digimon. That is really solid. That is rock solid. We're going to be playing 2 Blinding Ray just for additional memory gain. Honestly, I would consider cutting this out to play 2 more of this TK, just so that way we have all the tamers possible. Because Blinding Ray is not going to be super important, because we're going to be expecting to gain a lot of memory, especially since we played this TK and Kyrie. But I think this is also a really solid option because it can help you guarantee that this TK and Kyrie is going to be live. By now, we all know what Wyvern's Breath does. It's minus 15k. It's strong. It does what it does. And then we all know what TK does. It's a memory setter. You grab something out of your security, and then you recover if it's yellow. The only non-yellow cards that we play in the deck are Bokomon and Susanomon. Now, Neemon was an option that we did have to consider, and it's solid. It's an on-play, play a tamer card with an inherited effect from your hand without paying its memory cost. That seems really solid, but since we only play 1 tamer with an inheritable, it's not always going to be live in our hands, and that's not good enough. But it does have an all-turn, once per turn When your Digimon with a Tamer card in its evolution and in its sources is deleted, you may play a Tamer card from your trash without paying its cost, which that alone would be really nice. So even the taking out the Blinding Rays to try out two of that, I can definitely understand and see. So like I said, we all know what TK does, we know what TK and Kyrie does, and we know what this TK does. What does Zoe do? Well, Zoe has an inheritable. During your opponent's turn, all your security Digimon get plus 3k DP. Hey, that's going to be really nice with Sephiroth, because that makes this now an 8k insecurity. If this is on board as well, that's a 10k Patamon security. That's really solid as an inheritable. And then it has the on play similar to BT1 TK here. You may search your security stack for one card with hybrid or 10 warriors in its traits, reveal it, and add it to your hand. If you added a card to your hand, recovery +1, and then shuffle your security stack. Now, you don't actually have to grab anything with this effect if you don't want to. So, that's solid. That's honestly really solid. Yellow Hybrid is going to be a very, very strong deck, I feel, in the coming format, and I am excited to try it out. I absolutely do adore, like, Frontier. It was one of my favorite seasons of the anime, and yeah. Also, Dynasmon was featured in that season, so I felt like it was only appropriate to play it in the deck. But hey, let me know, or let us know, what decks that y'all are thinking of playing during the BT7 format when it comes out. BT7 is only a month away at this point, March 4th. Yeah, that's it, folks. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.